Thank you, and welcome to the University and Professional Development Centre, part of the Eastern Education Group. The reason we exist is to give you a better future. Now, today you're going to meet some incredible people. If you want to be successful in life, connections are extremely important. So what I urge you to do today, the people you're going to meet and we are bringing here for you to see, go and talk to them, shake their hands, look them in the eye, get their information, email them. They can open amazing careers and futures for all of you. Which takes me to one incredible person which I have the incredible fortune to come across some time ago, Yvonne Mason. Yvonne is a High Sheriff for Suffolk, which is an honorary title which is given to people who bring people together. And Yvonne has been doing that for a long, long time. Yvonne started with her husband, Captain Bob, Future Marine Services Group, an incredible company which works with a number of governments across the world and a number of stakeholders, industry, regulatory bodies, and clients, one of the most well-connected people I know internationally. In 2008, Yvonne started and established the Mason Trust charity, whose aim is to inspire young people of Suffolk and Norfolk to reach their full potential. So she's here for you. As part of this, she started a school for young engineers, one of the most successful schools for young engineers in the region. And on top of that, she created I Can BA, which is an amazing website which connects you with a number of businesses across the region. Yvonne, this year, has also become a deputy lieutenant, which is pretty much the representative of the king to the county. She received an OB in 2020 for the amazing work that she's doing with young people across this region. So without further ado, can you put your hands together for Yvonne Mason?
Well, thank you, Dr. Nikos Savvas. I've never had such a wonderful introduction. Thank you very much indeed. Let's hope I can live up to it. The main point is, I'm just a Galston girl who scraped through school with 4 GCSEs, O-levels at the time I think they were called. I didn't get school, didn't get it at all. I didn't get it until I hit the world of work and realised all about contextualised learning and why I was learning. Since then, we've run many companies, multi-million-pound companies, across the world. We travel globally, so I get a truly global view of what's out there, what's developing, innovations, the need in life for sustainability, for carbon reduction. All of that is in my eyesight. And then I see underneath that, I come back to Suffolk, which is our lovely home, which I'm very proud of, come back to Suffolk and think, how can we tell you about this? How do we help you take that big step forward into the world of work, knowing that actually a lot of the best companies in the country are right on your doorstep? How do we, I look at 5 minutes of football at the weekend, I'm not a football fan, and the first thing you see is Just Eat over everything. You see McDonald's, you see Just Eat. We don't want you to have those logos in your mind. We want you to have these logos in your mind. We want you to know these names, these companies, as potential employers for you. Any one of those companies could employ you. Any one of their supply chains could employ you. And I'm well aware that in education we don't generally teach supply chains, but we have a very esteemed speaker here from Laing O'Rourke today, who's one of the biggest parts of this Iswell supply chain, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Any one of the companies within those supply chains could employ you. They are researching, they are innovating. Has anybody here heard of the catapults? Yay, somebody has. Fantastic. One of the things that I'd like you to do when you finish here today is get online and look at the UK catapults. A UK catapult is where the government recognises there is a real need to change our way of working, or there is an opportunity or an innovation required. Whenever a catapult develops, businesses fall in around it. Funding comes from government, funding comes from industry. There's a catapult for renewables over in Lowestoft. If you look at our friends in Scottish Power there, who are actually developing the offshore wind chains in Suffolk and across East Anglia, they are part of that catapult. There'll be catapults for everything innovative. I was reading yesterday about the robotics that are being used in targeting insecticides. We waste 97% of insecticides. How do we target use of that onto the plants that actually need it? That's innovation, that's science, that's where the new jobs are coming. We sadly had to say really sorry, but our lovely colleague from Baxter's couldn't make it today because of an issue in his factory that he has to manage. Julia and I went down there with Richard, part of the manufacturing groups we're all part of. What a company. What an innovation down the road from you, paying Oxford-level wages in scientific innovation in how to deliver care into the home. This is work with robotics, this is high-end science technicians, this is down the road, Oxford wages, average age of the workforce, 23 years old. It's on your doorstep, guys. So you look at all of this and you think, how do I get into this? Well, Nikos mentioned one thing to you, Iconbea. Use Iconbea with your teachers, your guides, your parents, your advisors. It'll teach you how to put together your CV, teach you how to put together your application to these companies, and then start researching their supply chains. If you get some perspective, look at these postings here. Julia's here from DWP and Mary. So Julia and Mary are two of life's angels. Julia's work coaches do an amazing job in finding you all work. They know every company in the county. So if you want connection, talk to these ladies and their teams. If you look at the numbers here, so this is the number of average monthly postings in manufacturing. Fair number of jobs. So never, never, ever hesitate about taking that step forward. Get your CV absolutely spot on, write it and get it into these companies. They want you, they need you as much as you need them. So there's your stats. What are you going to earn? Broadly, within the sector, anything between 35, 36,000, which is higher than the average wage. This is an entry point. This is entry point, and this is basically in Suffolk and in the UK. Let me ask you something today. How many of you are aware of how much you are either wearing or carrying that's been made in China? You know how much? Put your hands up. Are you wearing something or carrying something from China? There you go, guys. We all do it. We're all suckers for the Chinese product. Think about your sustainability and your future. Think about the economic viability of your county and your country. Get it made in the UK, because if you don't and it's shipped from China, 95% of goods are shipped by sea. Think of the carbon footprint of that. Manufacturing in China and shipping it. Think what you could save if you supported the British manufacturing industry. The Engineering Research Association have very kindly funded today because they know that our engineering companies need new skills, new blood. You are wanted. So, this is just some ideas of how many companies are literally down the road. If you pop onto Iconbea, you'll find 700 of them. By the time we've built supply chains into that, you will find thousands of them, and that work is in progress. Stand by your beds, there's a lot more hitting. This gives you some ideas. Basically, all these sectors need people, but basically what we're here today to talk about is manufacturing. So I'm going to finish off now and just say, please research, Google. In my business day, I am constantly researching who is my next client, where's my next supply chain coming from, where's my next opportunity coming from. Look wide, please. Thank you very much. If we can help you at all, Carol's here from the Mason Trust, sitting towards the back there. Do talk to Carol. She will help you. Do talk to us at the company if you want to come and work with us in shipping and logistics. We're welcome to have a conversation with you. And I would now love to hand over to our next speaker. Thank you very much indeed.